Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back. So today I want to share with you a deck that I've been really enjoying in the seasonal mode, dual casting. Okay, so this is what I've been playing a lot. I win a lot, and it just makes you feel good. It's a good deck, and you feel powerful when you're playing it because other people do strategies, and you're like, no, don't do that. No. Let's have a look at the deck. Okay, so the deck is the Arachas Swarm deck. Okay, so the main round 3 win condition is going to be filling up our board maximally. If you play one Arachas nest due to the dual casting, we'll get about 10 drones because of our leader ability as well when we play organic cards. We do want to leave some space for some of these actual cards like Yennefer, Zoltan, and stuff like that. But we fill up our deck, fill up our board with Arachas drones. And then we use Bone Talisman, which will hopefully, if we've got a full board, give us 18 value times 2. Years and years and years ago. It's good stuff. You know, we've got cards like Zoltan, which actually counts as a spell, the thing that he pulls out. So that will get you 9 times 2, plus the 4. Yennefer gets you a lot of value as well. Triss can play another anything you need. You know, she can play another Bone Talisman if you just want value. You can play another Arachas nest if you get countered. So really nice. Just fill the board and we actually get tons and tons and tons of value. You only really need one of these Arachas nests in round 3, but I like to sometimes have a second one or Triss Telekinesis in case one gets countered. It's just really good. Now I do want to shout out another card in this deck, which I think is like winning me so many games recently, and that is Curse of Corruption. It's such a good card because you can hold it to the end, and when people start playing their big massive dwarf or they've been building something over time, it just gets like 40 value or 50 value or something crazy. A massively good card. It's cheaper than the Karathi Heatwave, and we generally have really small units, so it's not a problem. Really strong card. You always want to try and get this in your hand if you can in round 3, because that's where it's really good. Shout out to that card. Amazing. So after that, round 1 is really all about doing a little bit, playing some cards, you know, just kind of eking out the win. You can push reasonably. With Arachas Swarm, we can play that instantly as our first card, and we can use things like Adrenaline Rush to get 2 times 8 off that. Plus another +2 because it's an organic card for our leader ability. We can do a lot of damage with things like Natural Selection. We also get some extra drones. So if we do want to push a little bit round 1, we should hopefully fill the board up over time nice and easily. We've got the larvae because they're just amazing. We've got the fledgers. We can use them on our drones. We've got griffins to use on our drones. We've got Hideous Feast. You can use that nicely to just remove things. You've got Parasite to remove things. You know, so a nice amount of stuff there, and it turns out really good deck. I really like it. I guess one of the main tips for the deck, KBT's tip, is anytime you're playing the Arachas nest, play them on the melee row. Basically, this deck has several cards that you'll want to save and use late on, and they are on the range row. Zoltan to spawn the Duda Companion, range row. Yennefer of Vengerberg, boost all other units by 2, really helpful for us, ranged row. Triss Telekinesis, ranged row. Matter, ranged row. Wispess, ranged row. So you can fill up the melee row and place your units onto the melee row, place Dandelion on melee row, place anything you want that is actual unit, like a griffin or a larvae, place them all on the melee row, save some space on the ranged row for those particular important cards. Okay. Does that mean Geralt's going to put that little panda on that hook on the side that he uses for like griffin heads and stuff? Okay, who's going first? Me. Okay, sure. We do want some removal, because that, I think that's the main way that you get ahead, is by actually using spells for removal and stuff. I don't necessarily want 2 of these, because I don't really want to use them, but I'm worried that I won't get them again. I think we can get rid of the Drowner. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it's turn 1. If you've got an Adrenaline Rush, you should pretty much use that straight away. Now, I've never had this go wrong, right? Never had it go wrong, because you play this twice. and boost an allied unit by 8 if there's no other units on that row. Never had this go wrong yet, and that should create one down here. Perfect, and then that one goes up there. Now it does say it creates it on a random row, but that has never failed me before. Fair enough. The problem with doing videos like that is that, you know, the rating videos is that you are on your own when you do it. It happened to me twice already, but it seems to happen more often than it goes to the right row. Yeah, so maybe that is a dangerous thing to do, but... Okay, so we've got one. Let's do the Fledger. We're going to put him on the melee row. Same thing, as always. The range row will fill up by itself, and we need to keep space for Yennefer or Zoltan. I mean, this is only round 1, so it probably won't fill up by itself in this one, but it's a good practice to always put stuff on the melee row anyway. Unless you're fighting maybe Nilfgaard, and they might, you know, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's a little early, isn't it? It feels a little early. Indeed, sir. I'll put one down and plop this down. Indeed. Oh, Dragon's Dream, eh? Nice. What's he got there? Move a unit to the other row and do 2 damage. He looks like he's a kind of deck that has tech. A tech deck. And what would you rate it, Well of Sight? Oh god, 2-star. Yeah, I just don't feel like many people are going to use it. You know, 6-point carryover, engine protection. No, I just don't feel like people are going to use it. I do think there might have been a misplay there. Playing that boost means that although I got the 5, it's going to go down by 3, whereas if I'd have just saved it, I would have only lost 1. Alright. Didn't consider that beforehand. Is he going to do like Nivellen or Geralt? No, he's not doing any push. I guess there's no point because everyone's on the same row.
Double chase.
Okay, is that a defender? No. We're going to lose 3, 6, 9, 18 points. Spawn a Rowdy Dwarf, bonded, spawn 2 Rowdy Dwarfs. Okay. So I guess is it worth bringing that down? I think we'll get rid of some Rowdy Dwarfs. What do you say? Stop him transforming them. Is it adjacent dwarfs or not? I can't remember. Hmm. 3.75. I mean, so it's really hard. It is really hard to gauge when, you know, the points and stuff. That's why at the end of the series, I'm going to come back and reflect. But so yeah, do you really think that they'll that it'll be used a decent amount? It's actually useful? Well, I think I can pass here. I do want a long round. He probably wants a long round too, so keep all my good cards. I mean, the Arena Andraga is just a too low tempo play, I think, because he could probably do like that much value in 2 spell cards. Plus a leader or 2. Yeah, it does seem useful now you come to say that. I didn't think about Northern Realms. But do you think it'll be used though? Just putting this boost on some random cards. And then hope to draw them later. I don't know. I feel like it's going to go more in the direction of you play your bronzes and then just resurrect them with offering or something, you know? 6, 12, and then probably a leader charge. Oh no, he's actually lost card advantage. Oh wait, no he hasn't. Come on, that's not fair. Time ran out and he's like, Geralt's just like, Geralt Igni, or whatever. Just, yeah, alright, sure. I'll allow it. That was like the difference between card advantage and not card advantage. Fine. Okay, good. We got one of these. What else do we have in our deck? I guess we want her if possible. She would help me get her. So her, him, any golds really. It's nice to get an extra piece of safety. And maybe that as well, but we've got plenty of time. We don't want the Drowner, although we do need a card to put down, but okay. Okay, so one of the issues with the deck, it seems, is that if he pushes, I haven't got many cards to play. I think we're going to keep that, and we may use that if he does push. But he's on 7, so we probably won't. Question mark. Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, one of the games I had is where he had Lacerate, and I had a lot of spells in my hand, as you can see here. And then he just like removed all my units. He removed Yennefer, he removed Zoltan, he removed all my Neckers. I mean my Arachas, and that was it. No cards left. Okay, I don't want her anymore. I'm gonna call it a woman. I want that or that or that or something. How many rejiggers? Okay. That's kind of nice. Well, so nice it gave it me again. I may still get it. You know, may still get a gold. Oh, it's my turn, is it? Normally, we just go straight in for it. I don't have any backup though. Put him on the front and see what I get. Hey, that's my backup. Okay, let's go. So even though that was inefficient, we do it anyway, because that row's going to fill up nice and quickly, unless he just like lacerates me. He does seem like a guy who has tech in his deck, because of that Dragon's Dream was a bit weird. Ragnarok, that's fine, we can win through Ragnarok, no probs. Zoltan comes next.
Double chase!
I think next I will probably, depending on what he plays, use my leader charges and play Yennefer. To just boost everything. 4-3 rowdy dwarfs. Okay. Now, bear in mind, they're all 2. Yennefer's a little less effective now. If I do that, I get 6. I get 6. 7, 8, 9. Born rowdy dwarfs. I'm gonna do that.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
Now, if he transforms those into those other dwarfs, do they lose the buff? Question mark. Not sure on how that interaction works. So, does he have Geralt Igni? I mean, I haven't seen anyone play Geralt Igni yet, but if he did, it would put me back a nice step. You can see I've got Curse of Corruption still. Okay, so I may play this. That'll get me 2, because I'm not going to overkill anything.
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
Unless I wanted to kill that, then I'll get loads. But okay, and then we'll play her and hope to get one of these. And if we don't, we'll see what we do get, but at least then the row will be full. I'm ready for these. And then, like, the safety comes down, you know. We'll use that to stagger things, if possible. Hopefully, like, the Ragnarok hits somewhere down here. Very nice. Resilience, he's going for round 4 plays. Going for that round 4 play. Right, okay. Let's go down here.
I'll do what I can.
Hey, that's what you want. You want to see that, don't you? 91.0. So we've got some 7s. The only way we can get more Arachas drones, say if he like does something to him, is by Parasite now. Because it's an organic card with my leader. We can use Commander's Horn to like shift some of these up to 9. And then some of those 9s will get hit. But I don't know if I want to push it all onto the front row because that's dangerous. So we'll probably put... I'm thinking something like that to get some of those 5s. Maybe it's worth putting that 6 in. Yeah, we'll do that. And then what's the highest one on here? 5. So we'll go over this side. And we get 1 5 and a couple of 6s and everyone's happy. And so generally, if you get Ragnarok in round 1, you can either try and do a bit of this strat. If you're really pushing and you both really want to play into it, knowing that you can get some of this strategy later on. Because you don't need all of these. If you go in a short round, you got a Bone Talisman and Arachas Nest, then it all kind of works. You're doing some... Now, if I do move... If I play that, which I may very well do. Bam. Okay, and then that'll go up to 7, right? Great. Now, he can't actually use his guerrilla tactics to move me anywhere now. If he's got any... There's no spies or anything for him, is there? But, I mean... At this point, it's just Geralt Erden we're worried about. Like, our Curse of Corruption may be dead, but it comes down to the fact that if he can't get over 9 strength, then he's lost, you know? He's not going to outswarm me. And if he can't get over 9 strength, then he's absolutely lost. And the thing about Geralt Erden is he can only do 1 row. And like both my rows are pretty good. Good evening. Yeah, it can be useful, Well of Sight, but I felt like 2, you know, it's hard to... I feel like it's hard to warrant putting All God into your deck. But... Right, so I feel like this guy's gone dwarves with no overall strategy.
Not afraid? You should
Oh,
be.
Becca's. Oof. Oh, that scared me. I got flashbacks. I'm the one who revealed Becca's Twisted Mirror years and years and years ago. It's good stuff. I got 5 11s on the front. Still, that would only reach 55. I think I've tripled his strength so far, just about. I don't have Last Say, so Last Say is where that big dwarf would come down. I forget that dwarf's name now. Right, so yeah, I can't use that. But that's fine because, again, we are nearly triple his value. Actually, more like double now. I reckon he's going to go for an Erden. He's got 2 moves. He can't move me, but I think that's what his game plan was. His game plan would be to move me and then Erden. Oh no! Oh, there you go. That's the guy I was on about. Harold Gord. If you had last say, Curse of Corruption just kills him. But because, yeah, I didn't have last say, he didn't have anything else. Which, I mean, that's the thing about this deck. That's why I think Curse of Corruption's okay. But you can go to Heatwave if you want. Curse of Corruption, though, if they can't beat my strength, then they've lost. You know, so if Curse of Corruption is like an empty card, it doesn't work, then they've lost because look at this. This is what happens when you can't, when my card is useless.